Michael Lombardi on the morning roast here on 95.7 The Game, former GM, director of player personnel, owns 3 Super Bowl rings, been with the Patriots, the Browns, the Raiders, the Eagles, the Niners. He's learned from some of the best. Michael, what type of value, if Deebo Samuel truly wants to get traded, because last week Jeff Darlington reported that Deebo told him that he wants out of San Francisco, he wants out of the Bay Area, and it has nothing to do with money because he feels disrespected. What type of value at this point, with the NFL draft looming tomorrow, what kind of value could the Niners get for Deebo Samuel?
Look, they're asking for 2 number ones, which, you got to pay. If they're asking for 2 number ones, that means you got to give them 2 number ones, and then you got to pay them $22, $23, $24 million a year. I mean, one of the things I think that's a misconception out there is what these receiver deals are. For example, Tyreek Hill's got $102 million in paragraph 5. Okay, in paragraph 5, he's sitting there, but $42 million of paragraph 5 is put in his last year, his 5th year of his contract, which isn't guaranteed. That ups the average, okay? So really, when you look at these deals, Hill's at 23. I think Devontae Adams is at 22. So you're looking at spending $22 million a year for 5 years with 70% of it guaranteed. And then you've got to give up 2 number ones. That's a heavy commitment. And then you've got to ask yourself this question. And I think Deebo's tremendous, and I've compared him to Lenny Moore. You guys are way too young to remember Lenny Moore.
Baltimore Colts, come on, Michael. We know our NFL.
Well, I mean, this kid's like Lenny Moore. I mean, Lenny Moore only caught 11 passes his rookie year. Then he went up to catch 44 the next season. This is a kid that can do those Lenny Moore-type things. But where he's different than Lenny Moore could line up outside the numbers and win out there. The Deebo is an inside receiver. That's where he's at his best. And Kyle does a wonderful job with him of motioning him, moving him, where if he has to stay out there as just an X or a Z lined up outside the numbers, he becomes less effective. Doesn't mean he's a bad player. That just means he's less effective. And if you're going to spend $22, $23 million, you got to make sure you have the right role for that player. And I think ultimately that's the concern. Look, everybody wants a Deebo Samuel on the team. And why? Because he's so good at after the catch. He's able to take an inside route and run with it afterwards. He's able to run a little bit. But at the end of the day, he's not an outside, okay, we're going to line him up at X. He's going to go out there on 3rd and 17. He's going to run an outside comeback route off of throwing it down the field. That's not a route he's going to win with. And so you've got to play that into what you want to do.